Hi everybody, I'm going to do a review of the Donner Hush One. This case fits in an overhead bin on an airplane. So this is partly why this is a great guitar, in my opinion, for the traveling player. Someone who wants to keep their chops up, maybe do a little songwriting, practice some leads, whatever, and I'll get into the features of the guitar in a moment. But it comes with this case, and the case has room for the arms on the guitar. You see here, it's got a little metal frame at the top and the bottom, so it feels more like a regular guitar when you're sitting down. It's about the size of a guitar body. So that's enough about the case. It also comes, by the way, with a set of earbuds, and that's one of the ways you can listen to this guitar. So let me show you some of its features, and then I'll give you a little demo. So first of all, the pickup is underneath the bridge, as I understand it. Here is where you adjust the truss rod on the neck, and when I got this guitar, the action was too high, so I had to this actually swivels around once you loosen the screw, and then you get your Allen key in there, and I gave the neck a bit less relief, and now it plays pretty well. So as you see, there's no headstock and there's no tuning keys up here. This, I guess, is if you want to hang the guitar up on the wall at some point. The wood is mahogany and maple. Nice feeling neck and body. Actually, of course, they made the body as small as possible to facilitate moving this around if you are traveling, and that's the main reason to buy this guitar. Over here, these are the tuning, well, I can't call them keys exactly. They actually are bolts with Allen heads, and this is clever. You get your very own Allen key that fits and is held magnetically in the body right there, and that's the easiest way to tune these. If you have strong fingers, you can also just turn them manually, but this gives you a lot more control, of course, because of the length once it's in there. Okay. And this also is how you take off the frame arms, which you have to do to fit the guitar in the pack. So on each side, there's holes where the arms fit in of the frames. And then on the back here, there is a little recess where you can put the Allen key in. And by releasing that screw, you simply pull these off, both sides, and then put it into the case. And the arms go in that little pocket I showed you. Okay, and the last thing that's worth pointing out is this has a preamp in it, and I hope you can see it there. So it's got controls for treble, bass, volume, and it has inputs for a 3.5 millimeter jack, so you can plug earbuds into there. Not sure what that other hole does, but the manual would tell you. And then this is also, I think, clever. Here, where the strap button is, it's actually for a standard guitar jack. So you can plug either old-fashioned headphones with the big guitar jack in there or an actual amp, as I'm doing right now. So there's a number of ways to play this. First of all, you can, by the way, this preamp is powered by a 9-volt battery. It's supposed to be good for 50 hours of play. I don't know how long it'll last because I just got this. So first of all, you can simply play it totally quietly. That's why it's called the Hush One, I guess. Donner Hush One is the name of the guitar. Like that, only you can hear it. It's certainly not going to bother any neighbors. You could even play it if you're waiting for a flight that's delayed, or you could play it through the earbuds to get better sound quality. So that's the first way you can play it. The second way, as I showed you, is by plugging earbuds in here in one of the smaller sockets where the preamp is. And the 9-volt battery, by the way, is a little sliding thing on the back, and it's relatively easy to put in and take out. It also comes with this strap, which fastens to the strap buttons, obviously, and adjusts with a pull, so it's pretty good. So let's give it some amplification. We'll turn up the volume and you can hear what it sounds like. So first of all, I'm going to play it with no pedals, just the natural sound coming out of the guitar. And I will say, for some reason the strings are very squeaky on this. I'm going to get better strings and maybe that'll solve the problem. I put speed wax on them, but maybe it's the nature of the pickup. Of course, you're not performing for anyone else when you're playing this most of the time, so maybe it doesn't matter so much. But let's hear what it sounds like a bit. So at least with this amp, I've got a little bit of reverb on there, but no other effects. It sounds pretty close to an acoustic, and as you can hear, it can get pretty loud. If you want to practice leads, you can do that too. I'll just put on the compressor and sustainer for this. Pretty good harmonics. Okay, so it's actually a pretty easy guitar to play once you get used to, the unusual body shape. So what are the drawbacks of it? The squeaky sound on the strings, which I'm going to try to figure out with putting better strings on it. These tuners are a little awkward to use compared with a regular tuning key because you got to take out the little Allen wrench as I showed you, put it in there. And the other thing is, where do you put your tuner? Assuming you have an electronic one like a Snark or whatever, it doesn't fit up here. So the one place I found is actually to clamp it here at the bottom of the rest, and then you can see it and you can tune your guitar. But I wouldn't leave it there because it's going to get knocked off when you put it on your lap. So overall, I think this is a really clever piece of design. I've read some reviews that says the build quality is a bit inconsistent. I haven't seen any problems other than having to do the neck adjustment, and that's pretty standard with any new guitar. It's not going to have the action quite where you want it. So the things you'll need if you're going to get one of these and work with it is, first of all, you need a little jeweler screwdriver or a screwdriver set to get the cover off where you adjust the neck. And then you need a larger Allen key to do the truss rod. The Allen key that comes with it is one size too small. So you need a little set of Allen keys, and there you go. You should be ready to play. So this is a guitar that you can practice with anywhere, that you can play through an amp, you can play through headphones, you can play silently. And I like the neck. The neck is it's almost flat on the bottom. It's not a big C curve, but the action is good. And other than the squeakiness in the strings, the sound is good. I like it. So for a little over, depending on what market you get it in, $200 to $300, you get a complete guitar set. Comes with the bag, comes with the strap, comes with a 9-volt battery, although a pretty cheap one. I would get an alkaline one if you want to not be changing it all the time. They even give you some picks and a little cloth to clean the strings. So that's, plus a set of earbuds. They don't suit my ears. They're a little too big, but you probably have earbuds you like anyway. So that's a lot of equipment for a little over $200 and for quite a playable, not bad sounding guitar. Thanks for listening.